Who is my neighbor? Most of us remember that this is the question that spurred Jesus to tell the story of the Good Samaritan, the story that taught us that our neighbor is any person we accept and serve with mercy and without judgment. In a few days, this room will be a hive of activity as we welcome our neighbors into Tab as a part of a citywide event serving some 40,000 meals from more than 50 locations. As a volunteer for the Mozel Sanders Thanksgiving Dinner, you're part of an effort that will serve free Thanksgiving meals to people from all corners of Indy. This all is a legacy of the Reverend Mozel Sanders, who as pastor at Indianapolis's Mount Vernon Missionary Baptist Church in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, worked tirelessly to help families in need. As part of this mission, in 1971, he started providing hot Thanksgiving dinners to people in his community. Over the years, his outreach spread across Indianapolis. Tab has for years been one of the Mozel Sanders Thanksgiving Dinner's largest distribution points, serving hundreds of people who come to pick up their meals here or delivering them to homes. In addition to hot meals, Tab also provides bakery items donated by Taylor's Bakery, pies made and donated by Tab members, and bags of commodities that include toiletries, canned goods, and other items donated by gleaners. None of this would be possible without volunteers like you. So what should you expect as you volunteer? First, you should realize that thanks in part to processes created by Ted and Eileen O'Baniel and carried forward today by Michael Baniel and his family, Tab's Mozel Sanders Dinner is a well-oiled machine, and you are a key part of it. With this in mind, we ask that you help maintain our process by following a few simple guidelines. First, when you sign up to volunteer, you sign up for a specific job. Please stick to that job unless you're asked to do something else. Next, if you show up without signing up, while we appreciate your help, please understand we will give job priorities to people who did sign up. Third, please wash your hands before you begin your shift. Fourth, if you're signed up to work with food, you'll need a hat or hairnet. If you don't have one, we can provide a hairnet to you. Fifth and finally, while some of you signed up specifically to serve as hospitality hosts, please be aware that everyone should work in the spirit of hospitality. That last point is especially important. We want our guests to feel like, well, guests at our table, not like needy people getting a handout. Please make a point to greet our guests and to wish them a happy Thanksgiving. Ask them their names. Look them in the eyes. Shake hands. Let them know that they are welcome to linger, to have a cup of coffee, and maybe a piece of pie. While we embrace the notion of serving the least of these, don't think of our guests in those terms. Instead, think of them as the neighbor Christ urged us to love. Let them know that if someone were to ask, "Who is Tab's neighbor?" they might be led to say, "I am."